G'day, Rotten Lot. Thank you very much for tuning into the channel today. We've got the Beatbuddy 2, and the thing that makes Beatbuddy 2 awesome is the fact that you can get this super switch for it. Have a look at these two together with the black and the gold buttons. They are extremely sexy. Now, what the super switch is going to do is make this absolutely hands-free for you and give you all the options you want right at your feet. Now, to plug the super switch into the Beatbuddy 2, you just need one single TRS cable, which it comes with. You come out of the super switch into the side of the Beatbuddy 2. You then go into the menu and tell the Beatbuddy 2 that you're not plugging in a normal dual switch or a single switch or an expression pedal. You are plugging in the super switch, and it is all go. So now I've got the super switch plugged in. I'm going to talk you through what it actually does. So this button is now start. And it's also the fill. So good. It's also the fill. Now, this button is pause. Really good for dramatic pauses, you know, if you're in the middle of a song that stops. I'm trying to think, like My Sharona, for example. And then it's just got that big. So it's got, trying to avoid a copyright strike here. So you can use the pause button to put those dramatic pauses in, which is awesome. When I Come Around is another one. It's got the when I come around. You can put that big pause in, which is sweet. Now, the number one button on the super switch is your accent button. Now, you can change the accents, I'm pretty sure, in the software to whatever you want. I would probably add a snare drum in there as well to give me Metallica style cymbal and snares at the same time. But I'm pretty sure you can change it to whatever you want. So whether you're on play, whether you're on pause, or whether you're stopped like I am now, that is always the accent button. Now, button 2 is always the next part. So when I'm playing, it will go to the next part. There's part 2, part 1. Now, because this particular beat only has 2 parts, it's just going to go between 1 and 2. The next button would also go between 1 and 2 because you can see it changing there. Because it is also, there's only 2 parts in it. So if I was in a song, for example, which I might just flick it over to while I'm here, I'll go into the autopilot ones. If I'm going to do a whole separate video on autopilot, this will give you a really good idea. So Creep, for example, oops, I was a bit slow. Creep, for example, has a lot of parts. So you can see now by pushing that button, it's going through them all. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the other button goes backwards through them. Really, really awesome, the autopilot. I'll do a whole separate video on autopilot. So it's pretty much set up so you can just program a whole song to play as many different parts as you want, do all the fills, you can program it all yourself, and it's just like the perfect drum machine for a one-man band. So there we go. So we got, this is always the accent. That's the next part. That's the previous part. Number 4 is a cool button. Number 4 is a cool button. It has 2 different functions. When you're playing or when you pause, it goes to half time. So you can see it's in halftime now, and it actually shows you on the screen that it's in halftime. Switch number 5 is double time. Double time. Back to normal time. Then button number 6 takes you to the outro. There is secondary form. So this is while the Beatbuddy is in play mode. That is half time, that is double time, and that is go to the outro. Now, when you are in stop mode, this is what makes the Beatbuddy hands-free and super awesome. When you're in stop mode, which I am now, so it's stopped, the 4 button takes you to the next song, which is awesome. What's it called? Daydream Moonage. I'm not sure what Daydream Moonage is. Hopefully it's not anything under too severe of a copyright strike. Next part. This is awesome. It's so awesome. Now, so when you're in stop mode, I've stopped the Beatbuddy now. Button switch number 4 takes you to the next song. I've just showed you that. Please Please Me from the Beatles. Let's have a listen to it. Probably should have learned to play that. It's so good. That's Please Please Me. Beatles, notorious copyright strikers. Okay, anyway, so then the next one takes you to the folders. Button number 6 takes you to the song folders, which is super awesome. And then the next song. So it pretty much makes Beatbuddy completely hands-free. And I love the way that the different switches have different uses if you're in pause or play or stopped. So that is super cool. So that is the Singular Sound Super Switch. I highly recommend if you're going to get Beatbuddy 2 and just maybe use it on your desktop for some recording into your computer, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But if you are going to use it on a pedal board at gigs like me, and I'm sure hundreds of thousands of other musicians out there, I highly recommend you get the Super Switch as well. The fact that it just has one cable between the Beatbuddy, one TRS cable between the Beatbuddy and the Switch, and the fact that it lets you do pretty much everything hands-free. So you would set this up in, with set lists in your folder. So you'd have a folder on the Beatbuddy called Set 1, and then you would just use Switch 4 to go to the next song. There's my generation. Whoa. I thought it might have been the Limp Bizkit My Generation, but it's not. It's the Kinks is it the Kinks that did My Generation? Whatever that song is, that was My Generation. Okay, so anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. This Super Switch has got me super excited about the Beatbuddy 2. This is going to change the way I gig, and it's going to change the way I have drum tracks at my gigs. This is going to be super duper amazing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, like. Thank you, Singular Sound, for sending us this to play around with. You guys have been awesome to deal with, and I've had a really fun time playing around with it. So hope you found it useful. Tune in to the next video. See you. Bye.